This is Queen of Vibes. Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your end of year love reading. Okay, this is for my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and for those of you who may be in a relationship with a Leo. This end of year reading is going to focus on energies that we are phasing out of or needing to release. Okay, what you want to achieve, things that empower or challenge you. All right, things that you need to focus on and prioritize, the bigger picture, lessons to learn, and the possible outcome. All right, so I want to thank you guys for being here. Hopefully you will find this video interesting, informative, helpful, or at the very least entertaining, okay? And I do appreciate your likes. I appreciate your subscribes. I appreciate you guys sharing the video. I appreciate your donations, your emails, all of that. So thank you very much, okay? Let's go ahead and get into this, Leo, okay? All right, so the first two cards are going to represent things that are phasing out or needing to be released. We've got the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands, okay? So we need to get out of a rut and maybe, inconsistent behavior or dealing with someone with inconsistent behavior. All right, moving on to what it is that you want to achieve. The Empress, okay? Though some of you want to be married, some of you want to just be treated right. You want to be treated better. Okay, next cards are going to be things that empower you or challenge you. Okay, the Four of Swords and Temperance in reverse. So for a lot of you, patience is a challenge, okay? Taking the time and not just, it's like for some of you, either you just go cold and you don't say shit, or you just tear shit down. It's no in between. So your challenge really is to find that balance of learning how to express yourself, learning when to engage people, and learning when tempering how you engage people, all right? And not just either being hot or cold. It's like you go from ice cold to flames. There's like no in between, Leo. Okay? Now we're going to focus on some things that you need to prioritize or focus on, okay? We've got the Three of Swords. We've got the Six of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Hermit card. Okay? So we need to, for some of us, prioritize or focus on the fact that you may either be going through a breakup, all right? Some of you need to just transition out of this so that you can move towards new love. Some of you with a Virgo, others of you though, you really need to think about what it is that you want, okay? Once you've gotten out of this, you really need to think about what true love means to you anymore. Others of you are in a third party situation that you're really going to transition out of, okay? Either, you're going to let go of this person that's a player and move on to new love, or you're realizing that it's time to let go and not be the player and move on to new love, okay? Now we're going to look at the bigger picture. We've got the Page of Swords. We're going to look at lessons to learn. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And the possible outcome. Eight of Cups in reverse, okay? So the bigger picture here is that there is some miscommunication or maybe some harsh communication. The bigger picture here is that you may have some information that will help you to make some of these decisions that you need to make, okay? The lesson that you need to learn though is that shit happens and you've just got to deal with it, okay? Sometimes things don't go our way. Sometimes things are upsetting. Sometimes we find out some things, things don't work out. Some of you may have been in a situation that hasn't been working for a very long time, and it's time to get off the wheel and go towards what makes you happy, which is your possible outcome. All right, you're going to leave behind anything that has been holding you back, anything that has been negative, and you're going to move towards where your true happiness is. All right, Leo, so let's go ahead and let's pull some clarifiers here. Okay, so to clarify this Knight of Wands in reverse, we've got the Two of Cups. To clarify this Ace of Wands in reverse, we've got the Nine of Wands in the reverse. To clarify this Empress, we've got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. To clarify this Four of Swords, we've got the King of Pentacles. Temperance in reverse is the Six of Wands in the reverse. Three of Swords is the Five of Pentacles. Six of Swords is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Cups is the Nine of Swords in the reverse. The Hermit with the Seven of Pentacles. All right. The big picture, we've got the Two of Wands in the reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is Judgment. And the Ace of Cups is the outcome. So, Leo, you're gonna go. You know where your love is. You know where you've been fighting. I feel like this Nine of Pentacles should be in the upright. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Okay? Because this is what you hope to achieve. And I don't think any of you want to achieve insecurity. I'll turn it back around because I feel something here. I feel a vibe. Okay. Okay, so right now we have a situation where some of you are in love with someone who is very inconsistent. Leo, some of you are in love with someone and you may be very inconsistent. Okay? And so you need to let that go. All right? Some of you are in love with somebody who's a player, someone who's using you for sex. You got to let that go. You're also experiencing stagnation, a lack of movement, a lack of courage. Some of you don't have the courage to let this go, okay? That's what you're currently experiencing. This is what you need to phase out of. You need to phase out of this stagnant energy. Whether it's a prototype, whether that's the kind of person you tend to attract and you're realizing that now, or whether it's an actual relationship, okay? What it is that you hope to achieve, why I turned this Nine of Pentacles back around is because some of you want to be kept. Some of you want to be taken care of and pampered and spoiled. You don't want to work. You don't want to be independent. I feel like some of you are with this King of Pentacles, right? And you keep on fighting with this King of Pentacles because you are refusing to let go of the situation because maybe this person is inconsistent, maybe they're a player, but I feel like they are your provider, okay? Or they provide you some sort of stability. So if you are feminine energy, maybe this is someone that you have a child with, or someone that you're married to, or someone that you want to be married to. Okay, you want this person to dote on you and take care of you and spoil you. And financially, you want to be like financially dependent on this person. The thing is that this King of Pentacles is withdrawn from you right now. Okay? That's your challenge. You're challenged by the fact that he's not engaging. That's why things are stagnant. The King of Pentacles is not engaging you. And there's really a lack of stability as far as the communication, the cooperation. Nothing is working in the way that you want. You don't feel victorious in this situation right now because you're not getting anything that you want. All right? He's not engaging you. He may not agree to this anymore. If he was doing this, he doesn't want to do it anymore. Or vice versa. If someone has been using you, you're in love with someone who's been using you. Okay? You still want to be the empress, but I think you want this person to be dependent on you. So it's either way. And again, it'll resonate with you, whatever. If you're the one who's dependent, you'll know. If you're the one who's the provider, you'll know. All right? But either way, you're withdrawing. You feel more empowered. For those of you who are the King of Pentacles, you feel empowered by withdrawing from this person and withholding from them. And then your challenge is that they're very combative with you and they may come at you very negatively and things are still not working out the way that you would like. So either way, either they're not getting their way with you or you're not getting your way with them. All right, so now let's move on to what it is that you need to focus on and prioritize. You need to get out of this painful, stagnant situation maybe have been going on for a long time. You guys are beating each other up, okay? For some of you, this is ending. The situation is ending. And with this end, though, comes a very good new beginning. Like, once you let this go, you're gonna feel so good, you're not even gonna understand it. All right, you're gonna move on. Some of you have met someone who's gonna be the catalyst to this change, but others of you, once you accept the fact that it's time to move away from this situation or this mentality. Okay, for some of you, this is a mentality. It's not necessarily a situation. For my singles, it's a thing. It's like you are used to either being the provider in a relationship or being provided for. And that's a mindset. So you seek out relationships with people who either make a lot of money, but then you don't get the kind of love that you want. You don't get treated how you want. You get treated like a kept person, but you don't get treated like an empress, right? Okay. So you need to focus on what is true love to you and stop worrying about everything else, okay? So this is you, like, really not focusing on the worries and the hurts and the disappointments and overthinking, but connecting emotionally to yourself and really opening up yourself to get love. Okay? Going after a certain type of person or somebody with a certain status hasn't been providing you with the kind of love that you want. Or being in this particular relationship with this person hasn't yielded you the love that you want, because there's a lot of ego tripping here, a lot of inconsistency, a lack of motivation. Like, there's nothing has been going on. For those of you who have been in a relationship, I think things have been stale and stalled for a long, long time. And it's time for you to let it go and transition out into a new beginning. Okay, and you're really going to need to take some time. You're going to need some time to contemplate life, contemplate love, where you really need to put in more effort, where you've put in too much effort. For some of you, you're really going to have to be patient with yourselves and patient about getting to this Ace of Cups. For those of you who are somehow going to try to turn this situation around, it's going to take a lot of patience, but it's going to take you moving away from this negative energy and having a brand new start. So if you can manage that, if you can manage to stop overthinking things and being stuck in this energy, then you have the opportunity to turn things around. But you're going to have to exhibit a lot of patience, and you have to be honest with yourself if you can do that. Because the bigger picture here is that some of you know that there's something else out there. Some of you are just afraid to take a leap. I feel like you're just you're kind of scared. You're kind of used to this. You're used to it. But some of you have really found something out. The bigger picture is that you found out, that someone is either lying to you or you've been found out. Something has been revealed, and it shows where there has been some, what's the word? Someone who's like double dipping, someone who's here, but they're really some. It's like, I'm here with you, but my heart is on the other side of town type situation. Okay. And so your lesson is, again, to accept things for what they are. All right. The wheel is upside down. Things didn't work out the way that you wanted them to. And that just happens sometimes. It's okay. All right. But once you go and focus on what makes you happy and where your Ace of Cups is, you can get to the Ace of Cups. Once you let go of the negative mindset, once you let go of the stale and stagnant relationship, immediately you're going to be freed up and opened up for this Ace of Cups. Some of you with a Virgo who's going to put a lot of time and attention into you where maybe this other person didn't. Okay? Some of you will, maybe meet, let me see, it's Virgo's here. Maybe another earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Libra might be here. Okay? So Sagittarius possibly. You do have, for some of you, other people out here for you. If you will just let go of this mindset and let go of this person, this relationship, this inconsistent relationship. You know, this person could have been a soulmate. It could have been something that you thought was destiny. You could have a child with this person. But things have not been good with this person for those of you who are in a relationship. For those of you who have just always dated a certain type, whether that type is somebody who was dependent on you or that was somebody that could provide for you, you really need to focus more on your emotions, on building emotional connections with people and not just being attracted to people who are flashy, people who have it, or, impressing people with what you have. All right, Leo. So let's go ahead and let's see what the romance angels have to say. Okay, so I want one card from my singles and one card from my Leos who are in a relationship. So can I have one card from my singles? It's way too many cards. Yeah, some of you have been in a relationship with someone who hasn't been giving you any attention. All right, they may be still paying the bills, but they're just not there with you, Leo. One card for Leos who are single very soon. And can I have one card for Leos who are in a relationship? Release your ex. All right, so for my single Leos, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now, okay? So again, that's really about focusing in on what you feel like is true love for you. What is the Ace of Cups to you? Who do you really love? Focus on that. You have love here. All right? As long as you choose to focus on happiness. Others of you, there's just this inconsistent person. Some of you, even if you're in a relationship, you've got to release this old energy. Some of you, this could be old energy that's following you. There's an ex you need to release, okay? This is the time, or the time has come to clear your energy. So, maybe in the past, this was the kind of energy. Maybe this person has contacted you and kind of triggered something. But you've got a lot of stagnant energy that needs to be released. And the fact that the Ace of Cups is just here for you 2 times and the Ace of Wands, I believe that some of you actually have someone who really loves you in your life. Or maybe even in a relationship with someone who loves you, but this other thing is just lingering, okay? And that's why it needs to be released, because it's getting in the way of you really having this Ace of Cups. But by the end of the year, you're going to be in this Ace of Cups energy. You're going to be moving towards what really fulfills you on an emotional level. So I think, again, everybody, it's a transitional time for the collective. So a lot of us old demons are going to be popping up in the last 3 months of the year, and we're going to really have to face those demons and release them instead of placating them, instead of pretending that we're okay, instead of using new people to get over old people. We're going to have to face our demons and release them, wish them well, tell them goodbye, kick rocks, and then we can move into 2020 on a strong note. All right, Leo, so that has been your end of year reading. I hope this was helpful. If it was, let me know. If you resonated with this, let me know. Make sure to like the video. Make sure if you would, like something more personalized to you, we can set that up. Hit me up. My information is in the description box below. And I'll see you guys at the next reading. Bye, Leo. Okay, so the Five of Pentacles is in the reverse, which means that, of course, you're feeling more insecure. You're not feeling so stagnant, okay? So you're going to get out of this rut. But the High Priestess in reverse, here, this, for some of you, you could be dealing with a Pisces, okay? Again, I feel like with the High Priestess in the reverse, though, you're still not quite trusting yourself. You've made progress. You're going to make progress by the end of the year, Taurus, okay? Everything that you're going through is taking you to the point where you do make progress. But at the end of the day, you still have a few things to work on, okay? So going into the new year, you're really going to be focusing on working on your intuition and trusting your intuition and trusting and knowing when somebody is not really opening up to you. Okay, knowing when somebody is not being who they say they are, knowing when somebody is holding back and holding out on you. All right, Taurus. So now I'm going to pull 2 Angel Oracle cards, one for my singles and one for my coupled up Tauruses, okay? So, what is the message for my single Tauruses? We've got retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Okay, and what is the message that we have for our Taurus couples? We've got attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. All right, so let's take a look at that. So for the singles retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. And I feel like this just reinforces that it's time to work on you. Okay, it's really time for you to work on yourself and make sure that you are good by yourself. Okay, work on being the kind of person that you want to attract, someone who's confident, someone who's trustworthy, someone who's stable, someone who is financially stable. Okay, and so if you feel like these things are lacking and missing, again, you've got to focus on that and being loving and nurturing. Okay, the King of Pentacles with a dose of Page of Cups, that is the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so it's time for you to take a time out. Okay, if you've been dating, maybe you need to take a time out. Maybe it's time to put a situation on pause so that you can gather yourself. Okay, because sometimes we need a little bit of a tweak, a recalibration here or there. Take that retreat so you can think and you can get out of your own head and get out of your own way. Okay, now for couples, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. This card is also telling you to get out of your head. All right, if you're so busy worrying about the past or worrying about the future, you can't enjoy the current moment. All right, so in order to be more attractive to your partner and get things going and get out of this rut, you have to learn to live in the moment. You have to learn to find things in the moment that turn you on, okay? And not worry about, things that happened in the past or controlling the direction of this boat. Knowing when it's time to just let go and move on from things, okay? Stop beating the dead horse. Especially for those of you who are in a commitment or a marriage, okay? Work on rebuilding the commitment, work on your bonds, work on your vows, work on, the things that you can control, which is time, attention, stability, responsibilities, loyalty, commitment, right? Your emotional connection, how much emotion you're putting into the situation. Those are the things you can control. Other things you can't. So, do that and work on that intuition. All right, Taurus, that is your end of year reading. So again, you're going to go through some things, you're transitioning. I feel like this is a very transitory time for everyone collectively. Not just, Taurus and not just Aries. Everyone is going through changes because there's a lot going on in the ethers energetically, and a lot of old and karmic patterns are being released. So a lot of us are being confronted with our shadow sides and our bad habits and, the repeated cycles that we've been trying to get off. That's what's going on right now. So this has been your reading for the end of the year, Taurus. If you enjoyed this or if this was helpful, make sure to give the video a like. Make sure you're subscribed. I am trying to offer different readings and change things up a bit. So if you enjoyed this, let me know. If you'd like something more personal, you can contact me with my information in the description bar below. And I thank you again for being here, and I will see you at the next reading. Bye, Taurus.